Welcome to my channel. Millions of years ago, the Amazon rainforest was an almost impenetrable barrier, home to some of the most fearsome predators and prey that ever existed. But the most fascinating residents were neither beast nor man, but something in between, the indigenous people who lived in harmony with the forest and its inhabitants. These brave souls hunted some of the largest animals known to man, and their methods were both ingenious and terrifying. What's even more amazing is that these hunts took place thousands of years before modern humans set foot in the area. So how did they manage to survive? How did they bring down such huge creatures? And what can we learn from their skills and courage? Join us as we explore the incredible world of these ancient hunters and discover how they conquered the giants of the Amazon rainforest. But before we begin our journey back in time, don't forget to hit that like button. We'd love for you to join our community of adventurers and explorers as we uncover the secrets of the past together. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any of our exciting adventures. Let's start our journey by taking a closer look at the animals that these brave hunters had to face. The Amazon rainforest was once home to a wide variety of giant creatures, including the mighty Glyptodon. These mammals resembled a Volkswagen Beetle and weighed over 2 tons. They roamed the forest floor, using their powerful legs to move with ease. Other terrifying residents of the Amazon rainforest included the Smilodon, a saber-toothed cat that could reach a length of up to 3 meters. Its long fangs were perfect for delivering a fatal blow to its prey. But perhaps the most formidable predator was the sea megalodon, a shark that grew up to 20 meters long and had a bite force of over 10,000 kilograms. These gigantic creatures prowled the waters around South America, hunting for their next meal. It's hard to imagine the sheer power and ferocity of these beasts as they moved through their natural habitat. But the indigenous people of the Amazon had to learn to coexist with them. And that meant finding ways to protect themselves and their loved ones from harm. Now, let's turn our attention to the indigenous people who called the Amazon rainforest home. These skilled hunters were experts at tracking and pursuing their prey. They knew the forest like the back of their hand and used their intimate knowledge of the terrain to their advantage. One of the most important tools in their arsenal was the spear. These weapons were not only used for hunting, but also for defense against dangerous animals. Spears could be thrown or jabbed at an enemy, making them a versatile tool in any situation. In addition to spears, the indigenous people also used bows and arrows. This allowed them to attack from a distance without putting themselves in danger. Bows and arrows were particularly useful when hunting agile prey or when facing dangerous predators. These weapons required a high level of skill and precision. But the indigenous people were more than up to the task. They were able to hunt some of the largest and most elusive animals in the rainforest, thanks to their ability to use these weapons effectively. The indigenous people also developed unique strategies and tactics for hunting. For example, some tribes used a technique known as driving, which involved driving animals towards a predetermined location where they could be easily captured or killed. Other tribes used camouflage to sneak up on their prey. By hiding in the dense foliage, they were able to get close enough to strike when the time was right. Whatever strategy they employed, these hunters were always prepared to face any challenge that came their way. They worked together in groups, each member bringing his unique skills and experience to the team. This sense of community and cooperation was essential to their survival in the harsh environment of the Amazon rainforest. But what about the prey they hunted? How did they manage to take down such huge and powerful creatures? The answer lies in their knowledge and respect for the animals they hunted. The indigenous people believed that every creature had a spirit that should be respected. Before a hunt, they would often perform rituals and ceremonies to seek the favor of the animal spirits. This was not just a matter of superstition. It was a way of ensuring that the hunt would be successful and that the animal would be used respectfully. When the time came to make the kill, the hunters had to be swift and precise. They knew that a wounded animal could be dangerous and unpredictable. Therefore, they aimed for vital organs or strategic areas that would ensure a quick and humane death. Once the animal was down, they wasted no time in finishing it off with a well-placed spear or arrow. This was not done out of cruelty, but out of necessity. The hunters knew that a prolonged struggle would only result in more suffering for the animal. But the hunt was far from over. Once the animal was dead, the hunters had to transport their catch back to their village. This was no easy feat, considering the size and weight of their prey. But the indigenous people were up to the task. They used ropes, pulleys, and other tools to move the carcasses of animals through the dense undergrowth. This required a lot of strength and stamina, but the hunters worked together to ensure that the job was done quickly and efficiently. The meat of the hunted animals was then shared among the members of the community. This ensured that everyone had enough to eat and that no one went hungry. The indigenous people also used the skins of animals for clothing and other practical purposes. This was not only a way to stay warm and protected, but also a way to honor the animals that had been hunted. By using every part of the animal, nothing was wasted. One particularly harrowing tale tells the story of a young hunter named Arco, who set out to slay a giant armadillo known as the Prehistoric maximus. This massive mammal, weighing nearly 2 tons, had been terrorizing the local villagers, destroying their crops and even injuring some of their children. Arco, determined to protect his community, set out to find the beast. After days of tracking, he finally spotted the armadillo and knew the time had come to act. With a deep breath, Arco released his arrow, which struck the armadillo squarely in the neck. The creature roared in pain and anger, thrashing about in a frenzy. But Arco stood his ground, firing another arrow when necessary. Finally, after a fierce battle, the armadillo collapsed, bringing an end to its reign of terror. In another thrilling account, a group of hunters found themselves face to face with a jaguar, the largest cat in the Amazon. Known for its strength and agility, the jaguar was a formidable opponent, but the hunters were prepared. Using their spears and bows and arrows, they managed to corner the animal, eventually bringing it down. The jaguar, though wounded, fought back fiercely, reminding the hunters of the raw power of the Amazon's creatures. But in the end, their skill and determination paid off. These tales of bravery and resilience are not mere stories. They are a testament to the skill and courage of the indigenous people who inhabited the Amazon rainforest millions of years ago. Their intimate knowledge of the forest, their respect for the animals they hunted, and their ability to work together in groups allowed them to thrive in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the Amazon rainforest, we must remember the indigenous people who called it home. Their skills and courage were instrumental in their survival, and their legacy continues to inspire us today. And there you have it, folks, just a small glimpse into the world of the indigenous people who hunted giants in the Amazon rainforest millions of years ago. Their bravery, skill, and respect for nature are truly inspiring. And it's amazing to think about how they managed to survive in such a harsh environment. But now it's time for you to join the conversation. What do you think of these amazing hunters? Which animal was the most fascinating and why? And would you dare to hunt a giant in the Amazon rainforest? Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We've got lots more exciting adventures planned for you. So, stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching.